Let's chop to pot. Let's go for it.
This is the original chopping board, folding chopping board. And what we love about it, you were just talking about that. Look how both of them stack upon each other, so you have really no space being taken here. Imagine all the places that you're going to be able to store these, because chopping boards, let's face it, we get the big ones, we get those big blocks, we get those big things, but then where do we put them in our kitchen? So especially if you're living in a small space, that's what Joseph's all about, is making sure that things nest. So first off, this is how they're going to nest. Second off, let's talk about the boards very, very quickly. I have my green board here, which is what your small board. The thing that makes this interesting, notice how I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to place it right here, and then I'm going to squeeze. And when I do that, it turns into a chute. And so that is enabling me to take whatever foods I've just cut and place it into whatever vessels I need to get it into. So it's ingenious, right? And on the board, there's even more. On the board, the way that we've done kind of these markings that you may or may not be able to see here, but you'll notice that these are to help to keep your knives from dulling. So there's actually markings on there that are, there you go, there it is. Good job, guys. So that's going to help every time you're cutting to keep your knives sharper longer. We love that. At the bottom, you're going to see these silicone little edges here and everything, and that's going to, when the board goes down on the table, that's what keeps it from moving. So it's not going to shake around. You'll notice that when I'm doing my cutting. And again, that ergonomic, really nice handle that's going to work well for you. So Ty,
yes,
I want to start things off with a challenge.
Oh, I like a challenge.
I know you do.
All right.
All right, come on over.
What are we doing? Okay.
I want you to really, really see visually what makes this board different. And this may be you at home with a regular chopping board. I'm even going to give you a knife.
This looks familiar.
Looks normal, right?
Okay.
It's our onions. We just got done crying. We're having a good time. So we're going to jump over here, and at the same time, so I want you to get prepared.
Okay.
Do whatever you need to do. We are going to put our onions in these containers, right?
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1.
Well, hold on. There we go. That's... Carrie, hold on, Carrie.
Okay, I got a couple extra, but I can shake them off. But okay.
This is typical for me. This is basically what you get.
That's pretty much. Now you got all of yours off. I may have to just push a few. But notice how most of mine went into my container, and yours are creeping over into my area here. But this is Ty's, really. So this is what happens in our kitchen, right? Especially carrots. Carrots are the worst, right? Because they roll right off.
And they bounce around. But that's what you get with something like this.
Correct.
How am I supposed to angle that in there?
Exactly. So the Chop2Pot is really going to solve that problem right off the bat. That is just going to help you lean right over and get it in. Less mess, which we really enjoy. So here, I'm just going to pop over here.
Yeah, let's see it in action. This is really cool. Take a look at. It's a $20 bill for 2 of these, okay?
So we're pulling in the chute just like that. So you notice now it's created. Uh-oh, don't go anywhere yet, mister. Okay, so we're going to go just like this, and I'm going to give just a little slide, and you might only have just a couple that you just have to slide in. But here's the point. It went in perfectly. It really was no work. I didn't have to use a knife, and maybe you're using this for prep. So the nice part is I got my anchor hocking here that I can pop this in, use it for later. So if you're really prepping, this is great for that. So you have your large board, and then you have your medium-sized board.
This is about 10 by 18, I think I read, is the large board. Nice big size. That's big. Again, where are you putting that?
Yes.
And is it functional after you finish shopping? That's what you're getting.
So when you're ready to cut, you're going to pop it over. So remember that silicone. We're going to pop it just like this. It doesn't move.
Okay.
If we're using different boards for different things, that's why I also love this. So I'm going to take my chicken and I'm going to pop that right down. I didn't have to use my hands. Maybe we're using one for chicken. Maybe we're using one for, oh, can you grab my knife?
Yeah,
Maybe we're using one for cutting our veggies, so we can keep those separate. So I love that you're getting 2 of them. But again, when we're cutting, what's really nice is that it's giving you that nice area, so you're not, you know, dulling your knives, because you notice how you used your knife even to get those onions in. You scraped it.
You just scraped it, like I always do.
Okay, so here, I can just go here, I can push it down, everything goes in. If I didn't have a spatula or a fork or anything like that, I'd be fine.
You didn't lose anything in the transfer. How many times do I lose something in the transfer? It ends up on the ground. $19.95 for 2 of these. The green one is the regular size one, and then you're getting that extra large in the black. So
let's go get
from chopping, and then there you go.
Salad time.
Chop2Pot. That's great.
Boom,
for
there
$20. 876-518. That is your item number. When I see something like this, I'm like, why didn't I think of that?
Why didn't I think of that?
That's exactly what I need.
And I've got a clean board.
This is why I complain about these things all the time. And Joseph just made a better one for you, and you're getting 2 today. $19.95. Carrie's going to hang out with us for a while, though. We got more to talk about here. Coming up, though, is what I've been drinking on the whole show. Sometimes when your energy is low, it's just because you're dehydrated. This is the electrolytes you need without the caffeine that you don't need, without the sugar that you don't need.